I still believe in Darius Slay. The
All I
Eagles
want
got
for Christmas.
beat down on Black Friday. They got beat down on Black Friday. They got the Chargers this week. And we'll uncover it all. How we doing? And what did you think of the game Friday?
It was a disgrace. Isolating Friday to itself, the game was an absolute disgrace. It was extremely disappointing, but you have two teams in the NFL that are like 2017 Eagles vibes. And if anybody knows what I mean, when the Eagles were winning in 2017, the vibes on the team were immaculate. Line dancing, doing having all the fun. I watched the New England Patriots last night. They're just like that. They're all their free agents. Their free agents that they signed are all clicking. Remember in 2017, it was like LeGarrette Blount and Jay Ajayi and bang, bang, bang. We hit all these like big 1-year deal guys. The Patriots are doing that. And then we end up playing the Chicago Bears, who are the NFC team that are doing that same thing. They're on that like kind of like magical run right now. And
that guy that takes his shirt off. I knew where you were going with it too with those two teams. I totally agree. The Pats and the
and so
Bears. The
we're
Bears coach
catching
takes his
them
shirt off.
like mid-vibe. We're catching them like mid-vibe, and we're still trying to find our identity, which it's starting to be like, okay, well, this is our identity. So now we have to learn how to play with what we are, which is like a semi-injured team that doesn't really do anything well. We don't do offense well. We kind of do defense well sometimes when we feel like it. And our special teams is putrid. Putrid. I really want to talk about special teams because it's underrated how pathetically bad our special teams is. Not making that extra point threw the whole rest of that game off. What say you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, so first I'll go off of the vibe police, and they've totally got it with Ben Johnson and the running game, and Detroit is in shambles going back to when we played them in Thanksgiving and they had to change play callers and all kinds of stuff. So Ben Johnson taking his shirt off and all that stuff, amazing. Uh, both the Bears and the Patriots play a brand of football that we used to have here in Philadelphia with the line play, the discipline, no penalties, getting big push up front. First time in Bears history they had two running backs get over 125 yards each, said 280 rushing yards, I think, 465 yards of total offense. They totally, you know, played with the big boys up front, controlled the line of scrimmage, ran the ball. Running the ball opens up the passing game. And then totally agree with the extra point, and then the going for two we both hated during the game.
Awful.
It was absolutely brutal. They could have lived to fight another day and get the ball back down 8. Instead, they were down 9, and the game ended right there.
3 minutes and 3 minutes plus, and all 3 timeouts. They scored a touchdown down 9 instead of kicking 1 and making it a 1-score game automatically. You go for 2 and flub it, and now you're really behind. Like now you're 2 scores behind, and you don't have enough time left. And they're wondering why people left the game early. That's why people left early. People left early because you didn't kick an extra point.
Rocks over eggs. Someone said your room is a W. Get a W room. Rocks over eggs. And yeah, we'll talk about KP and the egg debacle.
This is a special chair. My grandpa watched Eagles games on this old midnight green leather chair. This leather chair is older than I am, and I'm 40.
So yeah, they totally lost it. It was the 7th most rushing yards ever allowed by the Eagles in a single game since 1960, since I guess their championship. Uh,
Terrible.
so it was a top 10 defensive worst performance, and they missed extra points, and they went for 2, and they should have went for 1, and the
Continue
defense
to
is off
tush push on third down. My
the
absolute
tush
bane
push
of my
fumble.
existence. 3rd and 1 fumbled tush push, bane of my existence. That's on KP. That's a specific play call. Or is it a coach? Or is that a Sirianni? I don't know who makes that decision, but it's got to go. And Tank Bigsby getting 0 carries in that game when Saquon still can't get started. You need to give Tank Bigsby carries to piss Saquon off so he can run angry again.
Yeah,
I cut you off, but if I'm
really
getting
bad.
fired up.
Let me cook. All right. So where was I? What was I saying?
I don't know. I thought you paused. I guess I cut you off, but then I saw your face.
Yeah.
Listen, the Eagles got up. Listen, the Eagles are in such disarray right now. They've got us being discombobulated. Like, we go in there every week and I'm not even really asking like for wins at this point. Like, I'm not like you should win, but like just like the caliber of play is is just not up to the standard that we have now in Philly.
Someone says, "How do we lose to the Bears, my boy?"
The
I don't
Bears
know.
are
Too
good.
much
We're
flat.
playing the Bears at their peak. Will they continue this? I don't think they have a good enough team, but they're playing well. Like, they're clicking. Like, DeAndre
Yeah.
Swift had the best game
What
of his
I was
life.
getting at is a lot of people want to blame KP. A lot of
There you
people
go.
want to do point to different things. And when the defense, which is the strength of the team, gets walked all over on, it's because they're on the field the entire game. And they're on the field the entire game because of the offense. And the offense is not staying on the field because, to your point, 3rd and 1, instead of running the ball or trying a different play or something, 4 turnovers over the last 2 games, stupid play calling. I'm not a. We'll get into why part of it is KP, but it's not always KP. I mean, they have 6 other offensive coaches that meet every week. That's why when you're saying, is it Sirianni? Is it KP? I don't know whose call that is, but they have 6 guys that get in a room every week. And then there's the quarterback, which we'll get to. There's this narrative that he doesn't throw the ball over the middle. And the only thing I can do in this situation, where as bad as it look, I actually back the head coach when he says it's a team game, because that just explains it all right there. Your defensive unit, we all have been very proud of them this year, and they get rolled on. But part of the reason they got rolled on is because they were on the field for 40 minutes, and they're on the field for 40 minutes because of the offense. Part of it's the play corner. So it's a mix of everything. So when someone's trying to pinpoint a certain thing and it's getting us discombobulated and things like that, it's not one thing, and that's why we're on every week talking about it. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen,
it's
it's easy. It's always been easy for the Philadelphia fan, and especially like the groupthink social media. That's like the new version of the Philly fan, the social media version of the Philly fan, to just latch on to one thing and harp on one thing over and over again. And obviously that's been fire KP. And we're probably part of the problem because we'll make memes like tongue in cheek and comments and things like that, like furthering that narrative. More so for satire and to kind of keep up with the trends of what's going on. But if you've ever listened to our long form podcast, Phil and I are very, very down to earth. We've been watching the team a really long time. We're fans at heart, but we're getting into the world of sort of like analyzing the team and what's going on. And you're 100% correct. In this morning's video, I did my Tuesday Sips video, which usually is like kind of meant to be like lighthearted and kind of funny, but I was really serious and I meant what I said today, that it's every single part of the team needs to fix their own part. And if everybody would just focus on themselves and just get a little bit better in their own regard, the team would be so much better. The team is so talented. There's not a roster in the league more talented. And by the way, if you want to be positive, the league sucks. You're telling me that the Drake May New England Patriots and the fingernail painted Chicago Bears. I'm supposed to be afraid of those two teams in the postseason. Bo Nix, we would have beat them if we didn't get a horrible pass interference call against us. Every team is bad. The Rams, everybody tell me how good the Rams are. They just lost to the Panthers. It's the most any given Sunday league I've seen almost ever. The parity is through the roof. And that's what still gives me hope about the Philadelphia Eagles. They have a chance if they can just get over themselves, get over the BS, look themselves in the mirror, block up front, run the ball hard when you get it, run good routes, catch the freaking ball when it's thrown to you, kick an extra point, not fumble a punt return, do the basics right. We're that close. And we will be, and we'll be right in the mix at the end of the year. I'll mark it down right now. We will be fighting in the playoffs for a divisional round win. Without a doubt.
They got to get a little bit of luck on the injury front. I think the O-line has hurt them.
It's killer.
The last since 2022, they were, which was everyone considers Jalen's best like passing year with Shane Steichen when they went to the Super Bowl and lost. They were 5th in rushing, 8th in rushing. Obviously, they were 1st overall in rushing last year. I think they're 22 now, and they're like near the bottom in the pass. So a lot of that is O-line, and they got to get a little bit of luck. And I don't think it's a collapse, but it could get pretty ugly pretty fast if they keep losing. But they won 4, then lost 2. They won 4, and then they lost 2 in a row now. If the trend holds, they should be able to turn it around.
Jalen Hurts has 73 rushing attempts so far this season. 73 over 12 games. So he's rushing the ball an average of 6 times a game. He rushed the ball 150 times last season. They play in 18 games now, right? 150 divided by 18. 8. He's rushing the ball 2 less times. It's not like he's not running the ball at all. So I'm like really tired of like these booty national radio takes. And I know you have a lot of stats that are about to back this up, this road that we're about to go down. But Jalen Hurts doesn't run the ball. He does. He's just running it a couple less times a game. And he's choosing when he does it. He's not putting himself in harm's way. We can all appreciate that. His turnover touchdown ratio is also really good. You have some numbers on some of the other stuff, and I'll let you get into it. I think they're really great.
300 something rushing yards, and he has little less than half a season to go. 329 rushing yards, and he had 700 last year and 600 the year before that. Like he'll probably have 5 and change, almost 600 yards. Like he'll be down maybe 100 yards, and he is running it. Yeah, like you said, 2-3 times less per game. Like when the playoffs comes, they're gonna unleash him.
Season's not over yet, right? Like that's a weird. I'm taking the whole season and dividing it by 18, and I'm taking his 70 rush attempts and dividing it by the 12 games played so far. Who's to say he doesn't have 10 rushes in a game coming up and skews that number the other way? So that's a weird narrative. And then Jalen can't throw across the middle. You have numbers on that too. Another BS argument.
Yeah, Jalen doesn't throw it over the middle, which the passing game, before we show Jalen Hurts thrown over the middle, and I'll publish these graphics later. The passing game has, and we talked about it for weeks, the passing game has been the passing game, whether it's been Shane or Brian Johnson or Kellen Moore, or they've kind of, they haven't had motion. They haven't really done stuff. They have stuff in their playbook, stuff that Jalen likes to do, stuff in their bag that they've run. But I wanted to look at just total attempts, total passing attempts, and then I wanted to look at the number of times he throws it over the middle. And everybody would say that 2022, the Shane Steichen year, was his best passing year. That was like a big AJ Brown breakout year and all that stuff. He had 460 pass attempts, 129 throws over the middle, 28%. He had 538 pass attempts the collapse year, 158 throws over the middle, 29%. Ranked 6th among quarterbacks throws over the middle in the top 6. 361 total pass attempts, 101 throws over the middle. 28% of the time throws over the middle. Ranked 6th among all QBs. This year, 312 total pass attempts, 88 throws over the middle. 28% of the time he throws over the middle. He ranks the 6th most in the entire NFL. He throws it over the middle 28% of the time since 2022. The only people above that are Lamar Jackson, 29%, Dak Prescott, 31%, Joe Burrow, 32%, Patrick Mahomes, 33%.
4 teams not going to the playoffs. 4 teams not going to the playoffs right there.
And then you got Josh Allen, who throws it over the middle 27% of the time since 2022. And you have Justin Herbert, who everybody thinks this guy's better than Jalen Hurts or whatever. I don't even know if he's going to play this week, but he throws it over the middle 26% of the time.
I hope he does.
So he throws it over to the middle just as much as everybody else. Do you think so? The reports are he had a successful surgery and he's gonna.
It's the non-hand, so he could be okay.
It's a not throwing hand, yeah.
I think that the rhythm of the quarterback is off this year because we have no running game, and we have no running game because our line is injured. I don't think it's because Saquon's been overused or anything like that. The second he gets the ball, he's getting tackled. So that's not going to work. Now Tank Bigsby, for whatever reason, is getting yards. So this is a classic. You've heard me say this 1,000 times. Like, why are you pissing the fans off? Give Tank Bigsby 5 carries. Stop pissing us off. Show us why he's not getting the ball. Because every time he has gotten the ball, he's gotten 9 yards. So when it's 3rd and 1, stop tush pushing. If the tush push doesn't work this year, the Eagles they lose 2 losses for every 1 win when Lane Johnson's out. If Lane Johnson's out, should not be doing a tush push on 3rd down. If you got to have it on the goal line or 4th down, whatever, okay. But let the man fight another one. Let me take you through a quick sequence in the Bears game too. I wanted before we move on from the Bears game. Jalix Hunt gets that unbelievable interception. You hand the ball off to Barkley. I don't have it in front of me. I'm going off memory. He gets like 15 yards. You're on like the 20. You give it to him again. Gets it like 10. Couple plays here, couple plays there. You get the 3rd and 1. And that's when he fumbled. They lost the game right there. So for those people that want to blame Patullo, I get it. You're going to harp and you're going to focus on that one play. And that play was devastating. But that changed the whole momentum of the game right there. Because when you get a turnover and you score off a turnover, dude, you can flip a whole game. Fans are not
absolutely rabid. And they've had 4 turnovers the past 2 weeks. And you know, in a 2-game span over the last couple of years. I mean, they've had a couple other times where they've had 5-6 turnovers over a 2-game span, but they didn't turn the ball over at all this year. So when you look at years past and things like that, sorry for going all back on all this history the whole time, but
no, keep cooking.
You know, four turnovers the past 2 weeks, and you know they had a couple times over the past few years, 5-6 turnovers over a couple week time span. I think his rookie year they had 7 turnovers over a 2-week time span, but it's kind of with Jalen as quarterback that 4 turnovers over 2 games, and both were on him this game with the interception and fumble. That's as most as he's going to give the ball up, and you can't win football games when you lose the turnover battle at all. And we could have righted the ship on that drive right there that you mentioned. Like Jalen's fumble was awesome, but we didn't. And you know, people like to look at their and say, "Oh, they're 28th in the pass or 29th in the pass." But when you look at their just the passing yards, 2022 3,700, 2023 3,700, 2024 3,680. This year they got 2,500 yards and they got I don't know how many 6-8 games left. You're telling me they're not going to get another 1,000 yards passing, 200 yards a game for the next 5-6 games? They're going to be right where they are in the past 5 years.
And they better.
That might rank 24th in the league or 25th or 18th or 15th or 13th in the league. But they're going to be right where they've always been.
Yeah.
Don't turn the dang football over. And A.J. Brown has had his 2 best fantasy games. And they've lost.
He was number 1. A.J. Brown was the number 1 fantasy quarterback in the league last week.
and it was great in the Dallas game. They lost both games. So you wonder why there's this so-called locker room stuff, or people don't like Jalen because all he cares about is winning, and he doesn't care about stats, and he doesn't care about numbers. Because I just gave you all the numbers in the world, and they're exactly the same as they've been for the last 5 freaking years. They've made the playoffs every year the last 5 freaking years, and you can't let this stuff spiral because they have to have had learned from 2023. Like if they let this
They won the
spiral,
Super Bowl
I'm
in
gonna be
2024.
really,
That's what I don't get. People keep bringing
dude,
up 2023. Yo, we won the Super Bowl in 2024. We figured out how to overcome that, and the team's not that much worse. In fact, many people had this roster better. Ray
yeah.
Didinger had this roster. He looked at it and said that this roster going into the year was better than last. And I trust Ray Didinger with my life. Real quick, I got a funny for you. I'm texting with Mark, our season ticket holder next to us, and he sent me this amazing stat that I'm going to read to you, which I replied to his stat. I don't care. We're 0-1 when you're not at the game with us. And he said, my bad. That'll be the last time that happens in a long, long, long time. Although, shout out to Brendan who brought his girlfriend. She was awesome. Eagles offensive coordinators since 2018. You'll enjoy this. Coordinators promoted from within the team. Mike Groh, fired after 2 years. Press Taylor, 2020, fired after 1 year. Brian Johnson, promoted from within, fired after 1 year. Kevin Patullo, now promoted from within. Hired from the outside, Frank Reich on the Super Bowl roster, immediately got a head coach gig. Shane Steichen reached the Super Bowl, immediately got a head coaching job. And of course, last year, Kellen Moore won the Super Bowl and got poached immediately. So seems like when we promote from within, there's a bit of a trend forming with the OC. So for all the fire KP people, you want to put that one in your arsenal. Kind of an interesting.
It's going to always be like that every other year when your head coach doesn't call the plays. And we knew that. That's if there is some type of collapse or they go to the playoffs to get bounced, so they only win one playoff game or whatever, it's going to come down to that. And they're going to bring in they're going to bring in a retread. You know, if a Kevin Stefanski, Kevin O'Connell gets fired, Mike McDaniels gets fired, or Brian Dable, they're going to bring in somebody notable definitely this offseason. But after you win the Super Bowl and stuff like that, you have to promote from within. Like Kevin Patullo is getting offers to go be an OC on other teams and stuff like that. He kind of forced their hand. Same with Brian Johnson. Like Brian Johnson was highly, from his days in college as a quarterback at Utah. He was on the cover of the NCAA video game. And Brian Johnson was a highly coveted commodity. We had to promote him from within. We had to promote Kevin Patullo from within. So, this season could be, story's not written yet, won and lost with that decision right there and the free agency moves. And we all know going into 2026, they're going to have the most cap space ever and most draft picks ever. So this was like an in-betweener year, I think, and they still could
have a shot.
Repeat. They still got a shot. So,
and also too, from your point of like, there's people out there that are like, who would ever take Kevin Patullo? Why would they ever? Dude, there are some putrid teams in this league. I mean, like awful teams. Like, have you watched the Titans or the Saints play football or the Browns? They're horrible. They would give anything to be 8-4 and be trying to figure out these little tiny things we're trying to figure out to be like a playoff success team.
And they
so we're spoiled. I mean, we are spoiled.
They brought in that guy from college, like Scott Loeffler, who was like Bowling Green, who took like a bad program and had like a prolific offense and stuff like that. They have all these guys in meeting rooms, so it's not just all on KP. They got 6 guys in meeting rooms.
Yeah.
Looking
why
at
don't
stuff.
they bring Frank Reich in?
Ridiculous.
No, the fire KP
Nick
stuff.
talks to him. I heard reports they talked to Dable. I'm sure they talk. I don't think at this point you obviously can make a big overhaul change or change positions and stuff like that. But
no, but can't you do that like consultant thing? There's been teams that have done it like for the playoffs. They'll bring in like a vet guy and as like a consultant role, and even if they just kind of can come in and just put a fresh set of eyes on the tape and talk to the players. Speaking of all that,
That's what
9
they got
p.m.
Fangio.
tonight, 9 p.m. after we get off the podcast, make sure you guys all tune in. Hard Knocks in the NFC East starts. I'm dying to see what week the Hard Knocks starts on. That's what I'm most excited for, and I'm interested to see if it does capture in some of the drama, if it brings in some of the crazy stuff. I'm interested to see, like, even the throwing eggs at Kevin Petula's house. Like, is that going to be in Hard Knocks? Are they going to talk about that kind of stuff? Like, is it going to go into that level of detail of like what's surrounding the team? I can't wait. It should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think
or it's going to
they
destroy
started
us.
Fangio out as an advisor, and they started Fangio out as an advisor, and I just don't think they're going to make any changes and at this point in the season, nor should they. But
Yeah.
Hard Knocks tonight, and we've got the Chargers this week. Who's going out to LA? I don't think he's gonna play. If I'm a betting man. But
I want him to. I'm so sick and tired of the Justin Herbert stuff. I really wanted Justin Herbert and Jalen to be on the field at the same time, and Jalen to have a lighted up game, because you know how lit it's going to be out there in LA. You know the LA Birds fans out there are heavy. They'll be all up in there.
He's considered day to day. Can put a glove on. Harbaugh's
and again, it's the
non-dominant
hand. So what's the quarterback need his left hand for, really? I guess receiving the snap, but they'll just shoot him up. It's a little fracture. Honestly, I'll be disappointed if he doesn't play. How about that, Herbie? Get your butt out there.
Yeah, and he came back in the game, so they pulled him out for like not even a series, and he came right back in, and then he had the surgery. I don't know.
But Monday night, so we'll get to let the whole league take care of itself all weekend. Kind of can see where all the cookies can crumble again. Who's Chicago play, and who do the Rams play this weekend? Somebody's at a bye, I think.
So this Thursday night, you've got Cowboys, Lions. They're playing back-to-back Thursdays.
Go Lions, right? Just kind of put the Cowboys out of their misery, and we can stop getting nervous about the NFC East.
Yeah, if they win, they're going to be within a game of us. The Cowboys are, and you've got the Packers, go Pack, go, playing the Bears on Sunday Night Football.
Go Pack, go, yeah.
You got them on Sunday night, and the Rammies play the Cardinals, who just got eliminated this week. But maybe Jonathan Gannon can hook us up some divisional game.
Go Pack, go. Sunday, it's a 4:00 game. Go Pack, go. And then they play each other again in 2 weeks. December 20th, they play Sunday Night Football.
That's the Sunday night. Yeah. We got bounced to the Saturday. They put the crappy game on the Saturdays when college football ends.
I love it. Love a Saturday night game. Saturday night game's perfect. I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. I just saw your post.
2 losses in a row,
though. We have sound effects now.
Flexed.
Whatever.
It's not a big deal.
What's up next? Memes?
Yeah, let's look at the memes.
What a week for memes.
I'll let you take it away, because I could not stand. I had to get off social media for like 2 days because I could not stand between the green screen content of people like, this is the Eagle fans throwing Kevin Petula for eggs at Kevin Petula's house. I was like, I could not do a reaction video to it. I just couldn't do it. And the reaction videos of Vecna on Ozempic. Sorry, spoiler. Of people.
Yeah, you got to chill with that. I'm still 1 episode behind.
No, I just like just in general, no spoilers of Stranger Things. Just people just. That was all my whole feed was Kevin Petula eggs and freaking Stranger Things. So I was like, this is just and like Cam Newton with his stupid hat. It's like doing his takes are always horrendous. I was like,
well, then man. I am very proud of myself because I did none of those
That's
things.
good.
So
Very good.
I was channeling you, I guess. Um,
Quality.
yeah, I'm sort of it's weird coming from me, but like I have influencer fatigue. Um, like like if I'm scrolling and I see somebody like I just got this sandwich from, I'm just like, "Oh, I just can't. I can't. I'm fatigued out. I can't."
The Grinch
So I'm
meal?
like, yeah, like I don't know, but I did have a lot of fun with the John Hamm meme. And the John Hamm meme for me and you, it holds very true because we are getting up there in the years, especially me. I mean, I'm Phil's older brother by like 7 years, but Phil keeps me very young. And I was picturing when we were in Vegas for your bachelor party, like a few of those moments where, like the wife and kids are at home and like my eyes are closed. And, ooh, yeah. It's like you just like have that like Zen moment when you're out at the club, even if you're old. So I
Yeah,
am
I'm
just
like
going.
still John Hamm meme like at least once or twice a month, so I'm down bad. That's
Yeah,
literally
yeah, you're
me.
still John Hammond. I John Hamm. My John Hamm has been at the Eagles game. So I'll go with Sunday. No birds. It's raining, and Kevin Petula still has a job. I did play into the Kevin Petula thing with the clickbait caption, but John Hamm dancing.
Oh yeah.
I like that song too.
I said, ooh, come on, baby, turn the lights off. Ooh, 'cause it's getting dark.
You
But it's
know,
funny that
what
we
show is that?
it's from the Apple TV Plus. It's a new Apple TV Plus show, and it's just that
It's
that
gotta be
song.
part of their marketing scheme to trend like that. It's everyone's gotta be like, "What's this from? What movie is this from? What show is this from?" Everyone's gotta be
Yeah,
watching it now. I think I'm gonna watch it now.
yeah, you have to. I don't have Apple Plus, but I did look it up, and I know like what it is. Your Friends and Neighbors is the name of the show, and if you don't know the meme, it's hilarious. I mean, I didn't even really do it right. You're supposed to be like it's supposed to be like you, and then like you close your eyes, and then it zooms in on him, and it's
It
like
goes to the
where
actual clip of the
like you'd
show. No, I
rather
like
be at the
green
club.
screen.
But I wanted to do it where it's like when I close my eyes, my happiness is like those highs that you get at the Eagles games.
All the
Whether it's
good
and
eating.
it's not just the Super Bowl, it's just like the general highs of being at the game. If you don't know, like if you've never been, I wish everybody could get to go at least once. But like those moments where it's like when like the Patrick Robinson pick six, like feel I can feel in my body how I felt at that moment and the excitement of like, holy crap, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. Like that feeling is just the best. I mean, it's better than anything out there.
Yeah,
So,
and we didn't even post it, but I'm gonna go my meme of the week because I was slacking. Actually, there's probably a lot of stuff pre this whole weekend. There's probably a lot of stuff from Thanksgiving and what
yeah,
have
you
you.
can go
But
all the way back. We got like 12 days to pick from.
I'm gonna go. If you guys haven't seen it, it's probably on the New Heights page. I'm gonna shout out No Shirt Dom for winning the belly
Oh, good
bucking.
for you.
Yeah,
That's a good call.
Brandon Petrelli was in it. That works for Beasley and the Fanatic. Sean Holden was in it. No Shirt Dom was in it. I'm probably forgetting somebody. It was like all the homies
The
that are at
Bird
all the.
Gang Beast. Bird Gang Beast.
Oh yeah, he was in it. Pretty much all the homies from all the tailgates were in it, and I'm kind of sad we missed it. We did check it out for a little bit. It was awesome, but we bounced to go see everybody. But yeah, that looked like a good time. I can't wait till they drop that episode, New Heights. I don't even know if it's up or what, but I want to check that out.
New
It's always like
official
going back.
New Heights posted their recap video today.
It's good.
If you want to pull it up, it's really good.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's good.
Bonatz, I hope I'm saying his name right, but he's sort of like the young version of Philly Sports Guy. I call him. He kind of has like the same Philly Sports Guy grumble like in his delivery. Um, I'm sure he'll differentiate himself over the years, but he wears the luchador mask. He was in it. He's a young bull, man. He's like 18. I thought he was older. He's
Yeah.
killing it.
Hey, 92%ers, it's intern Brandon. Come with us behind the scenes at the New Heights Tailgate, presented by Audible and sponsored by Yeti and Xfinity. We got to see a ton of 92%ers, including Santa himself and the Philly
Great.
specials. 4 puppets. You know I can't come to Philly without having a cheesesteak. 10 out of
Cheesesteaks are very good.
the Yeti hydration station. And Jet Shake's on his phone. Then the man of the hour, Jason Kelsey, showed up. He went right to the Xfinity Lounge and hit us with some Eagle chants. Of course, had to stop and sign someone's copy of Twilight. If you know, you know. Some K9 T2 percenters, you get it. For fans of the other podcast, we had Princess Kiana and Queen Emma stop by. Oh, wow, look at that. Jake's on his phone again. Then it was time to get to the main event. Belly
Strong,
button.
man.
Look at those glorious boys bucking. The sport of kings. Shout out to our champion, No Shirt Dom, though. And the big man himself got in on some
And
bucking.
Jake, yeah.
You know Jake had to post that immediately.
Epic.
So good.
Oh yeah, they asked Jeffrey Lurie if he ever seen an episode of New Heights, and he was like, no. But he better feel bad about that response and go back and
Yeah.
check out.
Speaking
So
of
many
Jason Kelsey,
podcasts
this is
now
an
of former
OG.
players.
You can't get this anymore. This is a vintage. This is Filthy Philly. We were printing them in our basement. It's
Yeah, we'll run
Mariah
it back.
Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Can't really see it, but it says All I Want for Christmas. It's the Mariah Carey album cover. Classic.
Yeah, we'll run it back. But
Gotta.
yeah, I guess the Eagles are favored in the game coming up.
Yeah, it's close. It's close. I feel like I always go first, so we'll keep it going.
I'm gonna pick them to win because I just don't see them losing 3 straight. I just don't. Probably would have picked that as a loss had we won that Cowboy game or that Bears game. Going out there, Trey Lance or no Trey Lance or Justin Herbert or no Justin Herbert. I just think the Chargers are they're going to be a disciplined team, a well-coached team. The Eagles have a lot of penalties, but I just think the Eagles are still more talented than them, and they need it. They need it more, I think, even though the Chargers are still in the hunt as well. I think
Yeah, I'm
there's a lot going on out west with the Eagles fans, with the Santa Monica Pier takeover, and with West Coast Swoop Nation and Aaron and Aaron Ortega and everybody from out west. I think it's going to be crazy out there. Good vibes. And I think the Eagles will win a close one, 24-21.
Chargers and the Eagles are both 8-4. They're kind of like the same team. With the quarterback question mark, that's going to be a big difference maker for the game. Trey Lance, who I think is a lot better than his stats probably show. I think like a cold Trey Lance is probably something to maybe worry about a little bit. But nah, I don't think this week the Eagles lose again. I'm with you. I hope the offense begins to click. I think they could score something like 27 points maybe this week. I still don't think they get over 30. So I'm like a 27-21. I think they can win a little bit more convincingly this week. If defense can step up again, they could keep them down in the teens, but I'll give the Chargers a measly 21. 27, 21.
ESPN Analytics, which I like a lot. ESPN Analytics has the Eagles at a 60% chance to win the game, so that's pretty convincing. I think they're going to have a convincing win. They're usually pretty good with their little pie graph thing that they do. But that's it.
Game plan. What's the game plan? Monday night, a couch game for you? Going somewhere?
Yeah, I'm doing a whole lot of nothing. A lot of end of the year wrap up. Make sure we get that Kelsey sweatshirt back on the shop. Everything's free shipping's included, no fees, no nothing on our filthyandphilly.com. I'm probably just gonna chill. It's gonna be a chill.
Is the Saint Nick up there? That's another one of my favorites. The 9 with the Santa hat on it. I always like that one too.
It's a good one. Yeah, it was a crazy November with the traveling, with Green Bay, with wedding, a couple night games with the Eagles, primetime games, Black Friday. It's going to be not chill, but the last, I don't know, however many games they have, 4 or 5 games, it's going to be pretty chill, and then we'll ramp it up for the playoffs. Hopefully
Yeah.
they, they got. Having said that, at 8-4, it's still pretty easy for them to, win 3 games and get 11 wins.
Kind
12
of where
and
I
5
had
would
him,
be,
really.
12
I
and
don't think I
5 would
had
be
him at 12
amazing,
wins.
but 11 wins would
I think like
probably lock
everybody
in a
had him at
3
11
seed,
wins,
maybe a
especially with
2.
like the early schedule, that like Chiefs run that everybody was kind of scared of, like in the beginning of it. I feel like they're like kind of right where they were.
Maybe enough for
Um,
the 2, probably not enough for the 1 seed. It'll definitely be the 3. I don't think they'll be the like bottom 4 out of the division winners. But yeah, I like it.
so are we going to Washington now that it's on a Saturday? 5:00?
Maybe I'm not going to Washington.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, no, I
There'll
don't think
be
you'll be able to. Yeah, December 20th. No way.
yeah, I'm cooked.
Maybe maybe I'll do my slumber party with Drew and this crazy guy.
It's a good bus trip if you're going out of Philly. Fun excursion.
Yeah, Philly sports trips for that one for sure. They'll probably have a nice like 1-day up and back shot. You just rip it. All right, brother.
We're signing off for now, and we'll see you guys next week. And there'll be a ton of wrong game dickheads in LA for this game. Can't wait. That's what the wrong game dickhead account is on our live right now. It's going to be a ton.
Nice, but we're big supporters. Although everybody got it wrong on wrong game DH, wearing Phillies or Eagles to the other team stadium is a wrong game DH. It is. I mean, we're accepting
It is the wrong
but
game.
if you wear an Andrew McCutcheon, which by the way, we like, what's the Andrew McCutcheon love? Like, I've never seen so many people love Andrew McCutcheon. And nobody gives a crap about Andrew McCutcheon.
We love
Andrew
cut. People are
Why?
just like, we love cut.
Like,
It's just gonna be like with Schwarber when he goes and gets like 210 to go play for like the Pittsburgh Pirates. Like,
bro,
love
what did the
Cut.
Phillies do with Andrew McCutcheon? Like, get out of here with
I think they had
Andrew
I
McCutcheon.
think they had a season where they won like 40 games and lost 68.
Big whoop. Honestly, I'm more mad about the Andrew McCutcheon wrong game DH than I am about like the guy from Denver that's like here on like a work trip that's like, I'm gonna go over to the Philly game. Like,
I think
the Phillies is more egregious. Go Birds.
McCutch. All right.
Andrew McCutcheon catches strays from normal guy. Whew.
Is that guy even playing anymore?
I don't know. We're more now we're mortal enemies. I declare war against Andrew McCutcheon.
I think the Mets. I think the Mets signed like another Yankees player that kind of underachieved, and they like paid him out the ass. They paid him like $55 million or something.
My God. By the way, we really tailed off talking about our other 2 teams that are playing right now because they're just not. The Flyers got smoked by the Pens at home last night, 5-1, and the Sixers are a disgrace.
Yeah, the Flyers
I put
are
them on the
playing
one. They
well.
lost by 40 in that whatever that stupid in season tournament thing. They lost by 40 to the Magic at home. Like, what? My buddy's like, I went to the game. I had like this all-inclusive thing and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, that sounds awesome. I'm like, wait, is that the one they lost by 40? He's like, yeah. Jesus, dude.
Luke. Yeah, it's the Flyers are still overall playing really well, and the Sixers are just frustrating with the load management. It's going to be they're going to be a tough watch unless they could all. They're going to
I'll
have to
see
be
you
like
in
the
March.
Eagles' offensive line. They're going to have to catch a little bit of luck going into the playoffs with health and get hot at the right time, kind of thing. But yeah, they're a rough watch. It's a long season with them dudes playing 80-something games. That's for sure. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week, and go Birds.
Go Birds.